friends! Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Tori if you're new, and I'm so happy that you're here. And today we're going to be setting up my December bullet journal spread. I cannot believe that we're in December of this year already. I know I've probably said that in a couple videos at this point, but it seriously blows my mind. This year just went by so quickly. So make sure you have a snack or a beverage, drink some water if you haven't drank any water yet today, and let's get started. I always get so excited for December. We celebrate Christmas in our house, so we decorate for Christmas and it just feels so cozy and nice and warm. But happy holidays to anyone that's celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, any of the other holidays that take place in kind of December and January. I hope that you're excited as well. So this first page that we're setting up is, if you've watched my other bullet journal videos, I always do a main kind of calendar page. I'm a very visual person, so I like to have a calendar that I can write down my videos, the books that I'm reading, all of that fun stuff, and then the boxes along the bottom where I write weeks 1 through 4. Those I use to plan out my reading for each week and the books that I would like to finish in a given week. I'm not too sure how to describe the theme that I wanted to do for this month. It's kind of just cute teddy bear Christmas snowflakes. Yes, I am just describing the things that I draw on every single page, and that's gonna be my theme, I guess. And I also wanted to use a cooler color palette for December. I didn't want to do the classic red and green, so I end up doing some light blues, light purples, and light gray. Please let me know in the comments down below what is something maybe that you're looking forward to this month in December. What's your favorite part of December? Also, how was your bullet journaling year? How was your reading year as we're coming to the conclusion of this year? And then what are you excited for 2023? I've been starting to plan some of my goals for 2023, like my reading goals. I also have a savings goal. I'm trying to be better about saving more money in the next year. So yeah, I'm just planning those things. I'm a very goal-oriented person, so as it comes to the end of the year and the start of a new year, I like to reflect on how I did with the goals that I set for 2022, and then plan on, okay, what can I kind of set up and set goals for myself for the next year? So this year, I've mentioned it in a couple of my videos, I think, but I really wanted to stop being intimidated by large books, like long, chunky books. So I'm very proud of myself with how I did this year. I read Empire of the Vampire. I also read Akawar and Akasef. Some of those are my favorite books. And as I'm filming this, I'm currently reading Priory of the Orange Tree, which I am absolutely loving. Trying to think if there were any other really chunky books that I read this year. I think there were a couple more, but overall, I was very proud of myself for, just branching out of my comfort zone and reaching for some of those larger books, and pretty much all of them turned out to be some of my favorite reads of this year. So I'm very excited for what I have planned for my reading goals next year. I'm going to make a dedicated video to kind of talk through what some of my goals for 2023 are with my reading, and I might put in some goals that I have for my channel as well. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like me to include those like YouTube goals in there. I'd be happy to do so. So on the right side, we have our little teddy bear with a little jingle bell above his head. I drew some candy canes. Then on the left, I just wrote December. I like to have the title of the month somewhere on the spread. And then I'm just going back in and adding some multicolored dots to kind of look like snowflakes. I always do some kind of sparkles or little dots all over my pages. I don't know. I feel like it just adds to the spread and makes it look a lot more cutesy and atmospheric. And then I added that little grid pattern behind the teddy bear, and I also added the grid pattern to my weeks 1 through 4 boxes at the bottom. Then moving on to, I guess, kind of like a brain dumpy page on the left, and then my to be read page on the right side here. So I wanted this left-hand page to focus on 2 areas. So the left column is going to be the books that I need to finish before year's end. And then the right column is just an additional content planning space, because I do additional content in December for what I call BOOKMAS. I guess it's kind of like VLOGMAS. It's just that not all of my videos are vlogs. So I feel like BOOKMAS is a little bit better of a way to describe it, although I do have vlogs mixed in there. But just to stay organized, and it's not included in this video, but I basically make a list of the 12 videos that I'm doing in December for BOOKMAS, and I have little check boxes of whether or not they're filmed yet, and then also whether they're edited and scheduled. So it just really helps me to stay organized. And then the books that I need to finish by the end of the year, this list is a little, I don't know. I was thinking about it after the fact, and I was like, well, I do have my whole to be read spread right next to it, but I guess it's just another list that I can cross things off. I'm very much a list person. If you've watched any of my other bullet journal videos, it's very satisfying to me to cross those books off the list. So those are, I guess, my high priority books, we'll say. Then for my TBR page, I do a box for my physical TBR, for my Libby holds, for my book club books, and then the bottom box is for my hopefuls. I feel like my physical TBR is the easiest to keep track of because I have the books, but for my Libby holds, it's nice. It's a nice reminder to put them in that box, and then sometimes I'll put the due date right next to them so that way I know how much time I have with those books. For the book club box, I need that reminder to say like, oh, this is when that person's live show is. I need to read the book before that time. And then hopefuls, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put in that box because other than my book clubs and my Libby holds and stuff like that, I'm really going to be focusing on the books that I want to read before year's end. And then these are the last 2 pages in my December spread. So on the right-hand side, we're doing a page for my favorite quotes of the month. So as I read my books throughout the month of December, if any quotes really stand out to me that I would like to keep with me, I write them on that page. And then the left-hand page is for my favorite book of December. So as I'm reading my books, as I come across a favorite, I will put that in there and put in all my thoughts and stuff like that. So, if you've watched any of my other bullet journal videos, you know that I usually do 2 pages for my favorite quotes because I like to write in longer quotes, shorter quotes, like just anything, and I like to make it look cute. So I write some bigger, some smaller, things like that, and I usually take up the full 2 pages. But when I was sectioning out this journal in the beginning of the year, as you can kind of see, like I have tabs there for my readathons and then my notes. Like I have different sections. So each of my spreads is, I think, 8 or 10 pages that I dedicate to each month. And I made a mistake and I didn't give December enough pages. So that is why this spread is a little bit shorter or like just less pages than some of my other spreads. So I think I'm going to do the same thing in my 2023 journal. I did really like to have the sections for my readathons, and then also in that notes section, I just wrote down different ways to like annotate and analyze books, and it was kind of just a miscellaneous section for me, but I will be posting a full reading journal for 2022 video. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And in that video, I'm going to be showing you the spreads that are in the front of my reading journal, my more like annual spreads that I update, like my reading log, my 5-star reads, my most anticipated reads, all of those fun things, my series tracker, and then also those sections in the back. So I did a lot of dedicated spreads for the readathons that I participated in, which are so fun. And then in that notes section as well, I'll just show you, we'll do a flip through of that one as well. So like I said, keep your eyes peeled for that. It should definitely be coming up in the next couple weeks because I'm going to be posting it during BOOKMAS. And this is the final flip through, my friends. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you in my next one.